I want to show you something, you guys, something here. And it's one of the main reason why you cannot listen to black women when it comes to dating advice, particularly single black women. You know what I mean? These are when we're talking about perpetually, we're talking about the most divorced. These are the most divorced, the least picked, the least sought after, you know what I mean, demographic of women. And these comments, when I show you these comments, I'm going to show you why everything is ass backwards and why to the rest of the communities out there, this is why you cannot let, because it's not necessarily just a race problem. It just shows why you cannot have women leading being the leaders of your community. You can't. You cannot have women being the leaders of your communities because this nonsense will happen. So I'm going to show you the comments between a married black couple. Right? You have Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens celebrating their 1-year anniversary as a married couple. They did it the right way, got married, right? They probably obviously was fucking before the marriage, obviously. So you know, we already know how that works. But they decided to get together. They got married. You know what I mean? Simone Biles it's obviously like Simone Biles loves him more probably than he, you know, is looking at her. So in her eyes, he's the prize. And he believes the same thing about himself, which I don't understand what's the problem with that. Usually that's how the couples that usually work long term, especially nowadays, are the ones where the woman really looks up to the guy. Right? The one that the woman is really sexually attracted to in the first place. Those are the ones that, and if they get married, those are the ones that are working now long term, compared to now where you have women just, okay, I'm 30, 31, 32 years old. Let me get a simp. Those don't last long because you never really liked the guy in the first place. So we're going to take this. This is a black couple. You would think they would celebrate this union. Nope. I want you to look at the comments here. Right? I want you to look at the comments. All mainly straggles, and not only straggles, but black women in general, disrespecting the husband. Saying, wait, what's her husband's name again? Simone and John Doe, the Olympian and the prize, the sign of what not to marry. You know what I mean? And this is what I love. So let's read this comment right here. He said, so this is a man. He says, so y'all, so this is the big point this is one of the main points I'll be making too. So here you have a black man that decided to marry a black woman, which they say is not happening, right? This is what the straggles be saying. Oh, black men are not marrying black women, which is false. But this is right here. He says, so y'all scream about black men marrying white women, but then when he marry a black woman, y'all tear her and the relationship down. He said, boy, y'all are something else. Seek all the help y'all so desperately need. And these are facts. I'm talking about, they always, but black men are only marrying white women, which is not true. They're just focusing on the top % black men that are marrying white women, because usually because a lot of the times when black men start earning a whole lot of money, when they start looking for a wife, usually they tend to look interracially. They don't necessarily limit their options to black women once they make a lot of money. So they only focus, and even then, there's still plenty of black male celebrities that married black women. And now it still hasn't stopped them from getting divorced. Divorce great. When you look at a lot of them, Anthony Anderson, these people, Dame. So, it doesn't stop anything, but you still have plenty that try, but they only focus on those the male celebrities or the male entertainers that marry outside their race, and they act like everybody else don't count. But I want you to look at the comment section. Look at the comment section, where it's mostly comments disrespecting this couple, disrespecting their union. I'm talking about, I remember people were talking about when Jonathan Owens had said that he was the catch. I remember people talking about, oh, this might be a domestic abuse situation. This looks like an abuse. You're just literally looking at these comments and you're just like, I'm like, damn. I was like, you'll look at the comments and you're just like, wow. You're literally just like, wow. And it's mostly black women. And I don't know if I don't have the photo, But this is how I know that's like how sick society is. And this is how I knew this was the problem. Right here. Watch this. I had saw a photo of them getting married, their wedding photos, right? When Simone and Jonathan got married. And I had reposted the photo, but I didn't look at the comments. I just thought it was a nice photo. And I don't even do shit like that. I don't even do shit like that because I don't even promote weddings and marriages and shit like that on my page. I don't endorse divorce either, but I digress. I ended up looking at the comments later on, and it was all black women making fun of Simone Biles' edges, like they did at Gabby Douglas years prior. I'm just like, I'm talking about like roasting her. I was like, what? I'm like, you guys are sick. You guys are sick. I'm like, you people are interesting bunch, man. This is ridiculous. Now compare this comment section. I want you. This is how sick the society is. Watch this. Watch this. I want you to. I'm going to compare this comment section to the photo op right here that I'm going to pull up right real quick. If I can find it, there is a photo op that Druski and Ruby Rose did together. I think I may have passed it. I think I may have passed it. Now let's look at the comments here for the Juice when it came out that Druski and Ruby were a quote unquote couple, even though we all know that's just this is just a manufactured thing. This is first of all, this is a skit. Technically, this is a skit. When the photo ops came out for this, I want you to look at the comments for Druski and Ruby Rose getting together, quote unquote, even though we all know this is a skit. There are more positive comments from a hoe being with a comedian. You know what I'm saying? It's more positive comments from BWs when it comes to a hoe getting who she wants to get with. This is why you can't. With all these dating podcasts of women talking about dating from Atlanta, all these Atlanta dating podcasts, first of all, God needs to burn down Atlanta. Atlanta needs to be burned down. Look, man, Paul Mooney had a quote when he said that if God really burned down Sodom and Gomorrah, he said if God doesn't burn down Hollywood, he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology. I feel that same way about Hollywood. I feel the same way about Atlanta. Atlanta, you have to dismiss any dating advice that you get, particularly from a woman from Atlanta. You need to just throw out the advice. But these dating podcasts, these female influencers coming out of that ATL area, they're fucking up the game because they think life is is a certain way, but ATL is not the rest of America. ATL is literally it's Looney Tune land. That's what I say. ATL is literally Looney Tune land. It's not America. It's not. Trust me, ATL is not America. So you really need to dismiss anything women from ATL say about men because ATL is not even a real place. It's not even a real place. But you see most of these comments. She doesn't have a type. Her type is money. And they're just laughing about it. They said the good part about being a comedian is if you don't know if he's serious or playing. They say probably giggled her out of the draws. He said, she goes, y'all tripping. Druski a good looking big dude, but I ain't gonna lie, this shit is random as shit. But I'm pretty sure this is the same girl that probably was talking crazy about Simone Biles being with Jonathan Owens. Y'all underestimate the power of being funny. And they're only praising this because they love Ruby Rose and her doing her, and they consider her a boss biche, right? You know, because she's a hoe. Like I say, they have more praise for a couple like this, which is clearly manufactured, right? This is clearly a manufactured situation. This is clearly a pay for play situation by Druski paying for her, but they don't care. They have more positive comments for this couple than a married black couple. I'm talking about they have so much hate for Jonathan Owens, talking about, oh, this guy might be this and that. This man has, first of all, he clawed his way into the NFL. This was an undrafted person that fought for his place in the NFL. No criminal record. No criminal record. This is a good dude. No, I'm talking about zero criminal record. No off the field problems. They got more hate for that guy because he believes in himself as a man. It's just it's crazy how that works. But that just shows you that just the dichotomy. And let me call out the Caucasian conservatives real quick. The Caucasian Christian nationalists. This look, because a lot of them always be having shit to say about black men and why that particular cohort of men struggle at relationships. Look at the comments that they have for Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens. Now imagine that guy. Imagine just an average black guy dating a white girl. Look at what they have to say for a normal black couple. Look at what they do to that. Now imagine if a black man is trying to date out of his race. So now you're dealing with the hate of the women in your community, and obviously the obvious pushback that you're gonna get from the woman, from the men in the woman's community. Meaning, if it's a white girl that you're dating, the pushback that you're gonna get from the people that know her because she's dating a black dude. People don't understand the forces that are at work. Now that mentality, because now a woman runs shit, it's spreading. That mentality, it spreads now. So now everybody's got to deal with this because now women are the ones that determine whether a relationship is healthy or not. So now that we are in this era, you'll see a couple like Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens. They'll receive the most flack than a manufactured pay for pay situation like Druski and Ruby Rose. We're living in backwards land, cuckoo land, ATL land, I would say.